Happy WrestleMania week and welcome back to MKE MANIACI, man. Today, I got my official WrestleMania 41 nights 1 and 2 predictions, man. So listen, at the time of this recording, this is being filmed before the Monday Night Raw Go Home show tonight. So anything that happens on Raw tonight forward throughout this week before Mania obviously won't be in this video. But other than that, we got the full match cards for nights 1 and 2 of WrestleMania 41. So please chime in the comment section down below what you think is going to happen at WrestleMania this weekend, man. So we're going to kick things off with night 1. We got the War Raiders defending the World Tag Team Championships against the New Day. So Eric and Ivar defend against Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. Now I've seen this match has been getting a lot of criticism as to like, you know, why are they doing this over the Street Profits defending their championships? I personally believe every championship should be defended at WrestleMania, but that's just me. Now, this match right here, on paper, it doesn't look like anything special. Now, I do expect that they add an element to get people talking about this match, and that element, that E for element, is Big E. I think Big E should be, and probably will be, the special guest referee of this match. Why not? Why not have Big E officiate this match? And maybe even a huge swerve happens to where he could turn heel and align with the New Day. Who knows? But as far as this match goes, so the War Raiders, I personally enjoyed the World Tag Team Championship run, but the New Day as heels and being tag team champions as heels, man, I see it happening, man. And so I got Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods walking out of WrestleMania, new World Tag Team Champions. And if that's with the help from Big E, I'm going to say it's going to be with the help of Big E. I'm going to say Big E is going to get involved in this in some way, and he's going to help Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods win the Tag Team Championships. If he's not special guest referee, maybe he comes out, who knows? But I do expect Big E to be a part of this match. Next up, Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. So listen, in all seriousness, I am very happy for Chad Gable, man. I thought he should have had a match at WrestleMania last year. So I am happy that he is getting a match this year, and you're getting in there with the Hall of Famer, Rey Mysterio. So this match right here, this is going to be fun. This is definitely going to be a very, very fun match. El Grande Americano's extremely over right now, man. I don't know if they're going to drop the gimmick completely at WrestleMania 41 and have Gable going back to being Gable, or I don't know. But this is very over right now. I'm not sure how merch is looking, but if merch is looking good, El Grande could walk out victorious in this match. I actually got El Grande Americano defeating Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania. I got El Grande going over. Next up, Jade Cargill versus Naomi. Now, this is the first time since WrestleMania 22 in 2006, 19 years ago, that we are getting a women's match without championship implications. So this feud right here has been building for months. The mystery of who attacked Jade Cargill, it turned out to be Naomi. This match right here, I feel like this is going to be a good match. I think this is going to be a good match. As far as who goes over, I got Jade Cargill going over Naomi in this. I think this is going to be the start of Jade Cargill's singles run, which will eventually lead her to, you know, bump heads and run into Bianca Belair at some point down the line, rather it be SummerSlam, New Jersey, or WrestleMania 42 in New Orleans next year, man. But I think this is time for Jade Cargill to, perfect way to kickstart her singles run in the WWE. So next up, the United States Championship is on the line. LA Knight, defending the United States Championship against Jacob Fatu. So this right here, man, oh man, it's hard to call this match because LA Knight did just win back the United States Championship. But Jacob Fatu, man, talk about a rising star, the true definition of a rising star right now. Fatu is going crazy. He's had an incredible debut year in the WWE. I just don't see him losing this match. So I gotta go with Jacob Fatu defeating LA Knight at WrestleMania and becoming the new United States champion. Now, there are, of course, elements that could prevent that from happening. It seemed at one point they were kind of teasing Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa for WrestleMania, but clearly they didn't go in that direction. But it could also be maybe a little jealousy storyline. Solo could maybe inadvertently cost Jacob Fatu this match. But honestly, man, I mean, that seems, honestly, this is all on the fly too as I'm coming up with this. I'm just reading it and predicting as I go along. But part of me wants to say Jacob will win this. But then again, this would be a great way to kickstart a feud between Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa for Backlash. And Jacob Fatu can be an even bigger babyface, or maybe it's not time for Fatu to be a babyface at the moment. This is hard. I'm gonna stick with it. Jacob Fatu is gonna defeat LA Knight and win the United States Championship. Next up, we got the winner of the Royal Rumble in 2025, Jey Uso, main event Jey Uso against the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther, man. So, you know, initially, I wasn't too excited about this match considering, you know, we've seen it a couple of weeks before. Jey won the Royal Rumble, but the build has gotten a lot more interesting with the insertion of Jimmy Uso and Gunther's just attack on Jimmy and even calling out Jey for his own faults, you know, and that message that Jey Uso delivered to Gunther last Monday on Raw. Like, it's hard to, like, a part of me, okay, I'm torn on this match. This is one of the matches I'm torn on. Because yes, I understand it would make sense. Put the championship on Jey. He's been moving a lot of merch. The kids love him. He's really coming into his own from being a tag team guy to just being one of the biggest names on the roster today. This would be an ultimate crowning moment. Everybody doing the, you know, the yeet chants and the, you know, how hyped that would be at WrestleMania to see 70,000 plus people just going crazy for Jey Uso winning the World Heavyweight Championship. But then again, on the other side of this, I feel like Gunther's championship run, as much, and I'm a huge Gunther fan, he's one of my favorite on the roster currently, I feel like it's been so lackluster. They could have done so much more with it, and it would just leave a sour taste in my mouth if it ended at WrestleMania. If Gunther lost 2 WrestleManias in a row, both losing championships at each, but then again, I'm always like a forward thinker of what will happen after WrestleMania. Maybe the chase for Jey Uso, maybe it's just the chase. Maybe, I'm not saying that he can't do good as a world heavyweight champion. I think he can definitely carry the show. But like, what happens next? I mean, Gunther would probably get a rematch or, you know, but then again, as far as keeping Gunther the champion, you got options. Gunther hasn't gotten there with CM Punk on WWE television yet. We could get Gunther and Rollins, Gunther and Roman Reigns. The draft is coming up soon. There is a lot of opponents for Gunther still, you know, if they want to make his World Heavyweight Championship run memorable. But then again, with Jey Uso, I don't know, man. I should have honestly just thought about these before I filmed this, but oh well, we're doing it on the fly. So who walks out World Heavyweight Champion? Who I want to walk out as World Heavyweight Champion versus who should. Who I want to walk out as world champion is Gunther. I think Gunther should keep the championship. Who probably will walk out as champion will be Jey Uso. I have Jey Uso dethroning Gunther at WrestleMania 41, winning his first ever world championship in his career. And it will be deserved. It will be deserved, man. You know, I like Jey. Jey's, you know, he checks off a lot of boxes. So yeah, Jey Uso, new world heavyweight champion. Next up, we got the WWE Women's Championship match. Tiffany Stratton defending the Women's Championship against the Women's Royal Rumble winner, Charlotte Flair. So 2 of the Royal Rumble winners are actually competing on night 1 of WrestleMania. It's very interesting. So at first, well, firstly, I'm pretty sure we all seen this match coming from, probably we could have booked this a year ago. I know I booked it a year ago. It was inevitable these 2 are going to clash at some point. And this is set up perfectly. And at first, I will say the storyline to this, it didn't draw me enough. I'm like, man, you guys have so much to work with. Like, give us something. Up until a couple of weeks ago, the infamous promo, the Ludwig Kaiser drop, and you know, it's gotten real personal, man. It's gotten real personal. So I'm invested in this match once again. So as far as how the match is going to go, this is going to be a great match. Regardless of what you say about Charlotte Flair, every time, especially on a big stage like WrestleMania, damn it, her match is one of the most talked about of both nights, man. Talk about her and Rhea from WrestleMania 39. Let's go back to WrestleMania 32. Charlotte definitely produces bangers. And she's going to make Tiffany Stratton look like $1,000,000, as she should. Tiffany Stratton is red hot right now. She's the definition of just being over with the audience. I do have Tiffany Stratton retaining the women's championship, but it's not going to be, you know, it's not going to be easy. Maybe we get a small package or roll up finish, but I got Tiffany Stratton leaving out of WrestleMania, still women's champion. And I don't think this is going to be over for the feud between Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte. I do think Charlotte's going to win this championship at some point. Maybe it'd be Backlash or any other time down the line, but there are other options for Charlotte. She hasn't captured the tag team championships yet. So there's other things for her to do. As far as Tiffany, I feel like they still got so much meat on the bone with her championship run. She's over. Why halt that right now? Just keep the title on her, damn it. So yeah, Tiffany over Charlotte. So now on to the main event of night one, Roman Reigns versus CM Punk with Paul Heyman in his corner versus Seth freaking Rollins, man. So the build to this match has been gold. Now, it's hard to call this match, but I will say this, judging from the promos from the last number of weeks, you can even go back to Survivor Series when a favorite was introduced. And the setting up of this match, CM Punk has always been made to be the main character of this match. This is his first time actually closing out a WrestleMania. You got Paul Heyman in his corner. He had the favor. He used it to get Paul Heyman in his corner. He defeated Seth Rollins on the first Raw on Netflix. He's in Roman Reigns' mind. Damn it, CM Punk is the main character here. Punk is the main character here, and it's hard to bet against him. I've seen theories of, you know, Paul Heyman could align with Seth Rollins and throw everybody off guard. I made a comment last Monday on Raw. What if Brock Lesnar just comes back and lays everybody out? When I did the video last Monday night with the Seth Rollins and Heyman promo, you know, that's a possibility. Lesnar could come back. That could be an ultimate, like, shocker. But realistically thinking at this point, who wins? Does Roman lose his second WrestleMania in a row? I mean, he's main evented enough of them, right, in a row. Then again, you got Seth Rollins, a guy who I would say, man, he's the MVP. He's the MVP of the WWE. He deserves a win, especially on this stage, especially 10 years after Heist of the Century. You kidding me? I would love to see Seth win, but honestly, like I said, Punk is the main character. I got CM Punk winning this match, and he's going to win this match by pinning Seth Rollins. I got Rollins taking the fall in this, and maybe Punk wins this. Maybe Heyman takes out. I got Heyman taking out Roman out of the equation, maybe with a low blow, something. Punk's going to take advantage, pin Seth Rollins. Heyman leaves WrestleMania with CM Punk. That way, we get this, you know, continuing feud. One of the big money matches for SummerSlam New Jersey this summer will be Roman Reigns versus CM Punk with Paul Heyman in his corner. I could see this happening. So yeah, CM Punk winning that triple threat. So that's night one. So now let's move on to night two. AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. I actually predicted this match back in September. We did the video the other day. This was other than Tiffany versus Charlotte, I also got this match right as happening at WrestleMania. Booked this back in September, so I'll take the cookie. But listen, AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. I will say I'm not a fan of this build. I think this match right here, as athletic and as entertaining as it's going to be, it should have had a better build. I'm not sure what Logan's schedule was looking like, but there was a couple of weeks we just didn't see Logan. I don't know. It just didn't. It should have had a better build, but this match is going to be great. Like I said the other day, man, we only got about a couple of more years of AJ Styles. Styles has done a lot during his time in the WWE the last 9 years. I mean, he's been WWE champion. He's had memorable moments. I think he's at the point of his career where it's about putting over talent. And I know not a lot of people would like to think about Logan Paul defeating the phenomenal wrestling god of AJ Styles, but I think it's gonna happen. I got Logan Paul defeating AJ Styles at WrestleMania. Next up, Sin City Street Fight, Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. Unpopular opinion, this match right here honestly has one of the best builds on this WrestleMania card. I know it's not the most exciting match. We've seen this before. These two have kind of been tied at the hip for the last year or two, back when Damian was in the Judgment Day. I get it. But talk about long-term storytelling. You know, after what happened to Damian Priest on SmackDown last week, man, I'm looking forward to this match. And I honestly think this is going to be one of the sleepers. I think of this match right here, a lot of people are going to be like, wow, that was actually a really good match. McIntyre has such a money year. Priest was World Heavyweight Champion this past year. Come on, this is not going to just be a throwaway bathroom break of a match. And now it's a Sin City Street Fight. Anything's going to go. This is going to be brutal. Maybe we see blood. But as far as who wins, I got Drew McIntyre defeating Damian Priest, man. I think this would be the ultimate cherry on top of such an incredible year for Drew McIntyre, from Money in the Bank. So, you know, dating back to WrestleMania when he was champion for 5 minutes, to winning Money in the Bank, to his feud with CM Punk, the Hell in a Cell match. Man, McIntyre has had a great year, a absolute great year. And this would be the ultimate cherry on top. McIntyre defeating Damian Priest in that Sin City Street Fight. Women's Tag Team Championships, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez are Liv and Raquel versus Bayley and the Women's Intercontinental Champion Lyra Valkyria. Now, kind of thrown together Bayley and Lyra, and I get it from just the standpoint of, you know, you gotta have Bayley on the WrestleMania card, considering that she was in one of the biggest matches last year on the card. You can't just leave her off of it this year. But this is a makeshift, just put together team. Lyra being Intercontinental Champion, I personally think that they should kind of figure out what exactly to do with Lyra as Intercontinental Champion before they give her another championship. And this is nothing against Lyra. This is to the writers. Figure out exactly what to do with Lyra as Women's Intercontinental Champion before you go ahead and give her another title. Now, on the other side of things, so I'm pretty much saying I got Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez winning this match. Liv's had a great year. This would also be her cherry on the top moment, retaining at WrestleMania alongside Raquel. The women's division, as of right now, with that women's world title, it seems pretty full at the moment. So yeah, keep the titles on Liv and Raquel and have them bring some validation to the women's tag team championships, man. Damn it, titles been around for what, 6 years, and just this curse that's been going on, man. Yeah, keep the titles on Liv and Raquel. Next up, Fatal 4-Way for the Intercontinental Championship, man. Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker versus Penta versus Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio. This match is going to be fun. This is going to be a very fun match, man. I will say this right now. I do not see Braun Breaker walking out of WrestleMania with that Intercontinental Championship. And I'm going to tell you why. Braun Breaker has been so impressive, man. I've been locked into Braun since NXT 2.0. You know, this guy's money. He has the look. He has the ability, man. The spear is crazy. Braun Breaker has every element. Every element. I'm not editing that out either. Every element to be the guy in the WWE. Every element, man. Maybe if they even decide to put Heyman alongside Braun and Punk, I wouldn't be against that either. Either way, I got Braun after WrestleMania. He's going to be in talks. Maybe he's Jey Uso's first challenger for the World Heavyweight Championship. It's time for him to move up to that next level, and that level being World Championship level. So take Braun out of the equation. So now we got Penta, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio. So Penta came in, man, became one of the most talked about stars on the roster, man. He's been killing it, going absolutely insane. But then again, you got this feud building between Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio, which I believe is going to lead to Dominic becoming a babyface once again. It's hard to really bet against Penta, but I got to bet against Penta. I got Dominic Mysterio winning his first ever Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. Mania. Who does he pin though? I honestly feel like he pins Finn to win it. I got Dominic Mysterio walking out as Intercontinental Champion. Next up, triple threat, Women's World Champion Io Sky versus Bianca Belair versus former champion Rhea Ripley. So the way this match has been being built, man, they pretty much made Io Sky look like she's a background character, like she's an NPC, like she doesn't matter. But that's all a part of the play. This animosity between Bianca and Rhea, listen, they're going to get too caught up with each other throughout this match where Io is going to retain. Io Sky will be keeping that Women's World Championship. I got Io retaining. As far as who she pins, well, she already beat Rhea. I think she's going to pin Bianca to retain her championship there. So now on to the main event, the most talked about match of WrestleMania 41. The undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes defending that championship against my GOAT, the man who's looking to win number 17 at WrestleMania 41 in his final WrestleMania of his career, John Cena. Cody and Cena, man, you know, I thought about it the other day, and I remember when Cody was, you know, in his infancy of his WWE career, you know, and we seen this match when Cody used to just wear the plain blue tights and had no character to him. We've seen this match before many a times, or when he was Stardust, the US Open Challenge, man, but it's all come full circle. The promos have been top tier. I'm talking stellar. We got heel John Cena. Cody's been champion since WrestleMania 40. He already hit over a year as champion. Now, don't get me wrong. I like Cody Rhodes, but he's got to drop this championship. This heel turn, turning John Cena heel the last 9 months of his career, it can't be for nothing. It can't be for nothing. You can't just throw away 20 years of being a company guy for nothing. Cena is going to win this championship at WrestleMania. He's going to win the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. He's going to break Ric Flair's record, and that's that. That's that. Cena's winning this. Now, Cody's going to eventually win it back. Cody's going to be a multi-time WWE champion before his time is up, for sure. So don't get discouraged of him losing the championship. He's going to win it back this year. He's probably going to win it 3 or 4 more times in his career. But as of right now, that heel turn, them pulling the trigger on something that they've been kind of hesitant to do for so long, listen, they did it. It can't be for nothing. Cena's going to win this championship in the main event of WrestleMania 41. Does The Rock get involved? I wouldn't be surprised if he does. I wouldn't be surprised if after Cena won it, he walks up the stage and we get a recreation of WrestleMania 29 of The Rock holding up Cena's hand. In the process, I got Cena winning this. So yeah, those are my predictions for WrestleMania. And a little bonus. We haven't found out who Randy Orton, or if Randy Orton's even going to have an opponent at WrestleMania. So just a little extra credit, just in case this happens. I got Randy Orton versus Solo Sikoa, in which Randy Orton's going to win that. I know initially I was like, man, it'll be pretty cool to see Randy versus Alistair. Maybe save Randy and Alistair for post WrestleMania, but I think Solo deserves a match on the WrestleMania card. He's had a great year. He's main evented SummerSlam, War Games. Like give Solo a match with Randy, and that seems to be the direction that they're probably going in. But if they do that, I got Randy going over. So yeah, but those are my WrestleMania 41 predictions. Please sound off in the comment section down below what you think is going to happen at WrestleMania this weekend. Happy WrestleMania week, man. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for me for more wrestling related content. And I'll see you on the next video. It's your boy MKE MANIACI. I'm out.